Hi guys. It's a storage unit project. Finally, it's been a while. One with chipboard anyway. So what I'm showing you here is I bought these double-sided tape sheets from Amazon, I think, and they are brilliant. Make things so much quicker and easier, cheaper. They're very sticky, and I just love them that you can make multiple of them at once pretty much. So here I am going through, and what I thought was easiest was to cut all my chipboard that I need to size first. Oh, you'll see there that I whoops, didn't cut it to the right width, and so I have a bag full of leftovers here that I can use on my everyday projects. So there we go. So I can do I'll cut all the chipboard and I'll cut all the hinges. I'm going to put them in bags so I don't accidentally do the wrong ones, because it's very confusing, because I've got two different size drawers and two different size drawer cases. Well, I thought I was just going to have the one size drawers, which have the cases that they sit in, but when I tried to fit my Inktense pencils in, they didn't fit in the one drawer. I didn't want to split them up, so I decided to add two larger drawers to it. So two, four, I think, maybe two. Anyway, so here I am now going to put all the pieces in each of the bags, separating the bags to the drawer casings and the drawers. Now, I have a document, and I'll link it in the description below this video, which gives you all the dimensions that I used and all the products that I used. So these videos that show you how I did mine. I urge you to read the instructions first, because it has definitions on what I call each of the sections that I make. Now, the only problem with this, doing it yourself, is trying to find the edge to rip off the tape backing. But anyway, I did it. And also, they're both sticky. So I've taken the tape off both sides, obviously, because there was only one layer. Whereas normally when you use your double-sided tape, you have two strips, one each side. So what I decided to do, just in case, because I had not used this tape before, I'm reinforcing it with wet glue. And that was Aileen's tacky there. So I thought it's better off anyway, because, you just never know. Better to be safe than sorry. So here I am. I think I'm making the drawer casing first. This is where the drawer slides in. So we'll have 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 of these sizes, and 2 of the larger size. Now, I'll also show you how I used to store my pencils, pens and markers. And you'll see you won't see how much space it took up, but you can sort of determine how much space. And it is so much neater on my desk now with the pencil and marker storage. So I'm glad that I did it. I still have other pens and markers that I could could use this. So, I could make another layer to sit on top. They're not heavy. So, I can add to it if I so desire. And the beauty of it is they're all in one place then. I haven't labelled it yet, but I have populated it. And you will see in the cutting guide that I've put down below in the description what it looks like finished. I don't think I show you what it looks like. Yes, I do. You can see all the markers and pencils in there on the front page of that instruction sheet. There's 5 pages to it, but it's fairly spread out and I think legible. So, but I really would stress that you read it thoroughly before you start, because I made a few mistakes too. And what I'm doing is I didn't have a prototype, so I'm going on the fly here and making it as I go, and I'm trying not to put in errors that I've made so that confuses you. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Now, you can see here, or maybe not yet. I'll show you that in a minute. Ah, that one there, yeah. You'll see how I've mitered the end of that hinge only once, one end, and that's the end that connects to 2 other pieces. So the one that's sticking out at the front, I'm having straight. So it goes, you can see there, one angle's on the left and the other one's straight on the other end. And that's because they're going to show at the front. Now, I didn't put any paper or paint on the inside of these drawers or the drawer covers, but I have covered the outsides. You could do that before you put everything together to make it easier for you to add some paper or paint on the insides. But that's up to you. You don't really tend to see the insides when it's just sitting there all closed up. Now, this is also another confusing part where some people wonder, do I sit the pieces on top of another piece or do I put them on their edges, you know, on the angled edges? But you just put it the way it sort of matches up to the front, so it looks all even around. So I went through fairly, I think it was only on double speed here, so that you could see the process. Now, I'm only going to show you one of each section, I think, because you could get so confused. And I think I might do these in parts. So this part 1 will be the smaller drawers and drawer casings. The next one will probably be to join them. Yeah, I've got to try and find the larger one because I did all the 8 drawers and casings first before I decided that I needed to make a bigger drawer. So we'll see how I go with that, but I'll name them so when you go to make it yourself, if you so desire, that it'll be sort of in order. I'll try. Reinforce that glue and the tape. I do stress that. There's one drawer casing done. All right, now we're on to the drawer. So that's how that goes there. pretty much the same amount of pieces, same style, just different widths or depths and heights. So, and it doesn't matter in what order you stick them together, whatever's easiest for you. I chopped and changed throughout it, so just try not to make it awkward for yourself. Now these long sides could go on that larger piece there, or they could go on the side pieces, up to you. So here I'm putting on the side pieces, and I've stuffed up there. Oh, that's all right with this one because it's going to be inside anyway, so you won't really see. So we've got to do the drawer fronts as well, which has the handle on the drawers. But I don't do those until I glue them all together, and that way I know what sizes they need to be. But I do think the best thing for you to do if you're going to make this is to, I just cut my finger there, cut all, I'm sure I would have blood on probably every piece of storage unit that I've built. That's all right, it's only me that uses it. What was I saying? Yes, it is, I think, wise to separate your drawers from your drawer casings or your hinges because they're very similar in lengths. I do come back in shot soon, so sorry about it. Just thought I'd bring it closer to you so you could actually see what I was doing there. All right, I think we're ready to put it, yep, ready to put it together. Okay. It's best to put your glue on first before you attach it. I just say be mindful of, because we're not perfect, we're going to cut them a smidgen longer than the others, and so just be mindful of that. And I think above all else, make sure the fronts are all even. Well, with the drawers it doesn't really matter. Well, you'll work it out. Because I do have one piece that sort of bows. So anyway, and I think that's because I pressed too hard when I clamp them together to glue them. So got to be mindful of that too. And the problem with using the glue and the tape, especially when I've got tape on the entire area of the hinge, is that it won't stick straight away because the glue's getting in the road of the tape. But it does eventually if you keep burnishing it like I am, and definitely on the sides where they join as well, the angles. Right, there's your drawer. Yep, and it slots in nicely. Okay, so the drawer front's got to go on that yet. Yep, sits in there nicely, so the size is good. Now here I go, sorting out my Inktense pencils, and I'm assuming my Prisma. I think I left my Prisma pencils in the big box that they came in. So I'm saying, okay, if I use half and half, I could probably see what I'm looking for easier. But I didn't want that. I wanted to put them all in the one drawer. So I know I had a lot of markers. And this is how I used to store them. I have other charcoal pencils, lead pencils and that in one section. The other three section have the Inktense pencils. So that was those. And that was okay. It's just that I used up, like I had another one there as well in another box. So, and this is all my Zig clear colour pen markers and Sharpies and all that. So, and that didn't quite fit in there either. That's why my Prisma, yeah, pencils are not in here because I had to use two of the bigger ones for those pencils. And I didn't want to, I mean, even my Sharpies just fit in there, and I've got more Sharpies. So I did not want to waste the drawers. And I probably still will put a couple of larger drawers, probably 4 more larger drawers on top of this. Now these are Tim Holtz's distress markers and his crayons that they fit in there nicely. There's my gel pens, and I've got more of those. So okay, so that's how the drawer casing with the hinge looks like, and that's the drawers. All right, I'll be back with part 2 soon. Bye, guys.